Welcome to Fieldsports Britain. I'm Mark Gilchrist, and today I've got 3 or 4 guns from Browning and I'm going to hopefully be putting them to the test. We've got a local farmer who very kindly said that he's got some problems with pigeons, rabbits and deer. So depending on the time, we're going to see what he wants done first, and we're going to hopefully shoot some deer, some rabbits and some pigeons. I'm here at the Oxford Gun Company. I'm going to put the Browning Maxus together, give it a go and see if a useless shot like me can break some clays with it. Oh! First thing you need to notice, how easy it is to get the fore end off. Like that. So you don't have to unscrew it, just take it off. Very quick to assemble. Slide it in. When I picked it up from Browning, they told me to mention just how easy it is to take apart for ease of cleaning. And they said it exactly like that, which I think is probably a hint, having seen the state of most of my shotguns getting. Just some of the key features you want to notice on a Maxus. When you get it, if you look in the box, they've got spaces for here and here, so you can make it fit yourself. And my first gun that I tried to modify myself is now completely unusable because I super glued wood on the end, which is not a good idea. But you don't have to do that because they've got spaces for there and there, and you can file them for cast off if you need it. Oh! The other thing I really like about it, which some people might think is a little silly, it's got quite a nice high rib on it. And if, like me, you have to shut one eye, if you're shooting under the moon, you can still see plenty of the bird around the barrel. So as I do that, all I'm seeing is I'm looking down the rib rather than the barrel. And I took this out under the moon, had a very good evening flight with my dad under the moon at the Widgeon up in Essex. We picked up 57 duck and I put it down to being able to see the bird more clearly under the moon with one eye, if that makes any sense. So you've got more light coming into your eye so you can read the bird better. Now, one of the other key features I really like is that I've got cartridge in the magazine, but there's nothing in the chamber, and I know it's safe. So if I'm in a hide on my own, I know I've got an unloaded gun. But when I see something coming, all you have to do, work the bolt, bang, another dead pigeon.
Get on with it.
So you don't have to touch any buttons, you just work the bolt and you've got a cartridge automatically fed in. So it's a nice feature if you like operating a safe hide to pick up a gun, quickly loaded. You can do it all in one motion, pull the trigger, hopefully another dead pigeon. Right, now we've got a Browning X-Bolt 243 that I've just been given by Browning to have a go with. We've got some Winchester silver tip bullets, and the first thing we need to do before we have a go at the deer this afternoon is zero it. I've got a box out there with some weight in it, just 25 yards away. I'll put a couple of bullets into it and try and get a rough zero, and then I'll move it out to 100 yards. With the 243, I like to see it shooting an inch high at 100 yards, and that, if you look at the curves, that gives you the best accuracy over distance. Hopefully won't be shooting at anything that far away, but if we need to, we can. So we'll just put a couple of rounds in the magazine and give it a go. So I've just done a test shot and it's about 6 inches to the right and 6 inches low. So what I've got to do now is move the crosshairs so that we get it bang on at this range. So then when we go further out, all we're doing is fine tuning it. Woohoo! Right, that bullet is bang on at 25 yards, which don't want to over-capitalise on one of life's small victories because it's not that successful. So what we need to do now is get it bang on, or an inch high at 100 yards. Then we know that anything between 20 yards and 100 yards is going to be dead. So the bullet will go exactly where we want it to go. So we've done the 25, now we're going to move it out to 100 and see if I can get a nice group at 100 yards. Right, I've tracked my shots down at longer ranges and I should now have a 3-shot group, and I'll point out which bullets were which. What you want to do if you're doing it at home is put a little circle around them and put a number. so you can watch your bullets 1, 2, 3, 4. I've done it mentally. It's isn't really the best way because you tend to forget and then you think, was it that bullet or that bullet I just did? Okay, I'm hoping we've got a nice little group just above the target area. Okay, that was my first shot there. Okay, this is the next one I did. Then I had a re-zero, I did it there, and then this is my 3-shot group. So I'm going to give it a couple of clicks to make the bullets come to the right, and that is a perfect shot for me. It's an inch high, it's 60, 70 yards. It's not even an inch high because that group, the centre of that group is about there. So that'll come over to there, and okay, if we can be that accurate at that range with a target area like that, we're going to safely take the deer out. First, second, third, and that's my final 3-shot group. So it just needs to come over and we're in.
I've just spoken to David, and Andy's in the office because he's probably on his other phone. He's on the other phone in the office.
So we're not going to get any pigeons.
Possibly not.
No, but we could get a few crows.
Definitely.
Because they're going in and worrying. It's not fucking safe doing that. What's happened since we zeroed the rifle in is we got a phone call from a farmer saying we've got fallow deer out in the field. Obviously I was a little bit excited, they're all lying down. I thought great, we'll be able to go out, hopefully get 1 or 2, film the whole thing in daylight, and you know, it'd be great footage. We all got pretty excited. We turned up at the farm and the farmer's son has zeroed his 243 in next door to where the fallow are. Okay, so the fallow obviously got up and left and went back to the wood. Now I'm not too optimistic of them coming back out, but we do have muntjac and roe here, so we've got a chance. And what we've done is we've come to the far end of the farm, and the farm is sort of shaped in a block, like an elongated oblong, and the deer move left to right. So what we're going to try and do is we come down here early, and we're hoping that our scent will have dissipated, and it's a forlorn hope, but it's, you know, it's a chance. And I'm going to wait here until it's really sort of quite close to dark, and then I'm going to creep up into the wind, sort of across the deer path, so to speak. I think our chances have moved from a dead cert to, you know, maybe 1 in 3. But you know, that's deer stalking and that's farmers, and when you know, graciously accept permission from a farmer, you put up with these limitations. If you don't want to put up with these limitations, then you have to take a lease out and spend lots of money, and this is a grace and favour exercise, and it's one of those things. Also, you know, some people would probably have thought, oh, you know, it's ruined, I'm going to go home, I'm not going to waste my time. I want to show willing, and I want to show that to this farmer that I'm keen to come back and keen to do it properly. So I'm going to go and give it a go this evening, even though I know the chances aren't good.
Yeah, that's going to go, is it?
Yeah, they're sizing up to each other, I think. Very sweet shooting rifle, handles very well. It's definitely the sort of rifle that I want in my cabinet. In fact, I've asked them when I've got to give it back, can you send me a 3006, exactly the same rifle, because I'm very impressed with the way it performs. It's a very reasonable rifle. I mean, I think you get very good value for money with it. It's got a lot of features that I think are very sensible. You can open the bolt when the weapon is safe by pushing a button on the bolt, which I think is a very good idea. I don't like rifles where you've got to make them dangerous to activate the bolt. I think that's, you know, bad design. The X-Bolt doesn't have that. Got a very nice moderator on the front, and we've got one of these Browning straps, which actually I was really impressed with. I went in and spoke to to Browning, and I saw another rifle with a strap and said, can I have one of those straps? Just a decent strap, but it has got an extra space for the 3 bullets there, which I always think is a very useful thing to have, and they're all sort of in the right place to get easy access. You know, on the flip side, we did see some roe and another 3 fallow. I would have really imagined that we'd see nothing, so it wasn't a completely wasted evening. Also, you know, it's the first time I've stalked the ground, so now I'm fairly sure that all the deer go between the 2 blocks of woods, so across the ground. So I got some information for next time, and you know, I made the effort, so hopefully the farmer will then let me come again, because he knows that I'm someone that will put the time in even when the conditions are bad. So all in all, a little bit frustrating, but still a very enjoyable day.